Alright, this is lesson 25. I'm going to combine the guided practice and independent practice into the day 5 for this for this week, because technically days 1 and 2 should have been 1 day's worth of stuff. Anyways, go ahead and do the guided practice on 294, 295, and then also do the independent practice on 296, 297. Do that. Hit pause, do all that, and come back and check over your work, because I will go through each problem, how to do it, and the correct answers. So go ahead and pause it, come back. Okay, 21 on 294. Mary has 7 1/4 yards. So I'm just going to write down 7 1/4 yards. She cuts off 3/4 a foot of fabric to make the edge even. Mary wants to end up with 3 pieces of fabric that are the same size. How long will each piece be? We need to convert it all into feet, and it tells us that 1 yard equals 3 feet. So my 7, I do 7 times 3, not the 1/4, 7 times 3 is 21, 21 feet, excuse me. 21 feet. And then 1/4 would equal 3/4 of a foot. It does not equal anything, because it would be 1/4 of 3. If you recall in the previous one, it would be 1/4, and of is multiply 3 over 1 would be 3/4. So it would actually be 21 and 3/4 feet of fabric. Then she cuts off we're good. 21 3/4. She cuts off 3/4, but to make it even. So then minus 3/4. 21 3/4 minus 3/4 equals 21 feet. Then she wants each one to end up with 3 pieces of fabric, so we have to do 21 divided by 3. 21 divided by 3 equals 7 feet. Each fabric piece is 7 feet long. Now, 22. A wildlife sanctuary has 2 elephants. One has a weight of 11,028 pounds. The other weighs 5.5 tons. A platform can hold 22,000 pounds. Can a platform hold both elephants? Explain your reasoning. So 1 ton and 2,000 pounds. So we need to get everything into poundage. So 5.5 tons is multiply 5 times 2,000, because 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So 5 times 2,000 would be 10,000. Then half of a ton, 2,000 divided by 2 is 1,000. Then you add 10,000 plus 1,000 to get 11,000. So one of the elephants is 11,000 pounds. The other is 11,028 pounds. We need to add them together to see if they both can fit in the scale at the same time. So 11,000 plus 11,028 equals, when you add them together, 22,028 pounds. It can hold 22,000 pounds. Well, 22,028 is greater than 22,000, so no, they both cannot be weighed. Even though it's only 28 pounds, they both cannot be weighed at the same time. Okay, our last problem, 23. Jessica's making some punch here. She mixes 132 ounces of juice and 15 cups of seltzer. How many 6-ounce glasses can she fill? Circle the letter of the correct answer. So, they need to be all in ounces. So, it tells you off to the side, there are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup. So, she adds 132 ounces of juice and 15 cups. So you have to do 15 times 8 to figure out how many fluid ounces. So off to the side, we do 15 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Put my 0 down, carry the 4. 8 times 1, 8 plus 4, 120. So we need to add 132 plus 120 we get 252 ounces. Okay. It says how many. Now we need to divide 252 by 6, because each cup is 6 ounces. So 252 divided by 6. 6 will go into 25. Make sure. 6 will go into 25 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. Subtract it. 1. Bring down your 2. 6 will go into 12 2 times. And that would be 12, 0. So we have 42 cups. So you should have circled D, 42 cups. Jason chose C. How did he get that? Let's see. How did Jason get that? 3 ounces left over. Oh, he did not add the seltzer. Or no, he added the seltzer. He just added 15 to 132. Okay, which I know none of you guys did, because none of you guys are Jason. Okay, that. Go ahead and do math practice and problem solving 303, 304. But now we are moving on to the independent practice. So Joe has 3 1/4 gallons of punch. He adds 1 1/2 quart. Okay, number 1, Joe has 3 1/4 gallons of punch. He adds 1 1/2 quarts of juice to the punch. He drinks 1/4 quart of the punch, which expression can be used to find the number of quarts of punch he has left. So we need to transfer everything into quarts. So 3 1/4 gallon, and you have 1 gallon's 4 quarts, so you need to multiply 3 times 4 is 12, and then 1/4 of 4 is 1. So that would be 13 quarts of punch plus 1 1/2 quarts of punch he drinks. So that'd be minus 1/4. So your answer on this one, I need to just check my work, is B. 13 plus 1/2 minus 1/4. You should have circled B for number 1. Now number 2. Jean made 5 gallons of lemonade for a picnic. If Jean plans to save half a gallon for her ride home, how many 8 fluid ounce glasses of lemonade can she serve at the picnic? So we need to transfer everything into fluid ounces. So 128 fluid ounces is 1 gallon. So you have to multiply 128 by 5. 40. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4, 14. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1. 640 fluid ounces. And she wants to save half a gallon for her ride. So we need to subtract the half gallon out. So half of 128. I guess you could have done this before if you did 4 1/2 to figure this out. But half of 128, 2 will go into 12 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract it. Bring down your 8. 2 will go into 8 4 times. So we have to subtract 64 is a half gallon of fluid ounces. 3, 10 minus 4, 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. So we have 576. It says how many, and that's an answer. That's A, so that's great. That's how much she has left. We had to figure out how many 8 fluid ounces. So now we need to divide 576 divided by 8. Hopefully you guys did not fall for that trick and circle A. 8 will go into 57 7 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Subtract it. 1. Bring down your 6. 8 will go into 16 2 times. 2 times 8, 16. So 72 is our answer. So you should have circled D, 72. Now number 3, good old Clara. Clara had a length of, in different ribbon colors that she used to make bows for the craft and the fair. Each bow requires 6 inches of ribbon. She used all the ribbon. Complete the table below to show how much ribbon she had in yards and inches, and how many bows of each that she made. So which can tell you what you should have filled in here. For the length in yellow is 1.5, in blue is 4. Length of the ribbon in inches in red is 108, and in blue is 144. The number of bows is 18 red and 9 yellow. You cover them all, which you guys did. Now John is mixing paint for an art project. He combines 4 quarts of white paint, 3.5 gallons of blue paint. He uses 2 quarts. How much paint does he have left? Circle all that apply. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So, I'm going to convert them all into quarts first. 3.5 gallons of blue. So 3 times 4 quarts are 1 gallon. I multiply 3 times 4 is 12. Half of 4 is 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. Blue. 14 blue plus 4 quart white. And I get 18 quarts. He uses 2 quarts, so then I subtract 2 quarts, and I get 16. How much does he have left over? 16 quarts. A. But also, 4 quarts are in 1 gallon. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So E. 4 gallons as well. You should have circled A and E. A and E for that one. Now 5. Home stretch here, guys. Nancy's making cookies at a bake sale. She has a total of 4 pounds of chocolate chips. She has 28-ounce bag of chocolate chips, but the store now only has 10-ounce bags. How many bags of chocolate chips does she need to buy? So I need to change everything into ounces. So she needs a total of 4 pounds. So I multiply 4 times 16, because 16 ounces in 1 pound. And I get 64 ounces. She has a 28-pound bag, so we need to subtract 28 because she already has a bag that has 28. When we subtract, 14 minus 8 is 6, 36 ounces, but they only have 28. Sorry, she needs 36. They only have 10-ounce bags, so what you need to do, how many 10-ounce bags will fill 36 ounces? If you only get 3 bags, that's 30. So you need to get a total of 4 bags, 4 10-ounce bags is what you're going to need for that one. You have to make sure you get them all in there. Now, last one, Kelly. Kelly has 7 1/4 yards of rope. She cuts 3 inches off each end of the rope. She'll divide the remaining into 5 equal pieces for a craft project, but I'm sure you guys have been doing plenty at home. What will the length of each of the rope be? So you need to convert it all into inches first. So we have 7 1/4. So since 36 inches in 1 yard, I need to multiply 36 by 7. 7 times 6 is 42. 21 plus 4, 25, 252. 1/4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So we need to add 9 inches. 2 plus 9, 11. 1 plus 5 is 6. 261 inches of rope. She cuts 3 inches off each end of the rope. So 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So a total of 6 inches were cut off. So we need to subtract 261 by 6. And you get 255 inches of rope. And it has to be 5 equal pieces. So you need to take 255, do it big on the bottom here, 255 divided by 5. 5 will go into 25, won't go into 2. 5 will go into 25 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract 0, bring down your 5. 5 will go into 5 1 time. So 51. Each piece of rope will be 51 inches long. Okay, so that was the independent practice. On Friday, I'll be sending out some iExcels for you guys to log into and complete. And remember, only get to 80%. Okay.